And I suppose building upon that, for leaders who are seeking to continue fostering diversity and inclusion as this change is going ahead, what words of advice would you offer them?
I think one of the conversations that we've been having, and it's really struck me how this highlights sometimes the lack of diversity that we don't have in organisations. You know, the vast majority of organisations will have implemented some kind of major incident response to this. So they will have had different, you know, governance teams and groups who've been brought together to respond to this. And if your organisation, you know, isn't as diverse as it could be, and, you know, we found this as a university, you need key roles around those tables, and actually quite often those key roles can be the same demographic of people. So I think one of the things that we've reflected on is the importance of getting diversity around that table when some of these really key decisions are being made. And it's not that people are making those decisions and deliberately not thinking of certain groups, but inevitably if you don't have that experience around the table, you won't get that sense of what may matter for a certain group that perhaps doesn't even feature for another group of staff. So looking at those groups and leaders looking at those groups that are making those decisions and thinking, right, how do we get that diversity around that table? So the decisions we make now, but the decisions we continue to make over the next, you know, however long we're going to be in this situation, reflect the experience of everybody in our organisation. And I think there's a real learning point there that not only lasts while we're going through this period of time, but, you know, I think all of us would like to hope that then continues afterwards. And when we're making those big decisions, we think, well, actually, who's around that table? Because for some of our groups, you know, our disabled staff, you know, our BAME staff, and there's been lots in the press around the experience of the BAME community. What does that mean for them? What does this current scenario mean for them? And, you know, long may that continue after we come out of this circumstance. So look at who you've got around making some of those key decisions.